Hi, Peter Charles here, Hooked Fly Fly Fishing. And today let's talk about fishing my Weamer streamer. Now, I can fish it just like any other streamer. You know, we can swing it, we can strip it, you can do those sorts of things. But we've got some options with this fly where we can take advantage of its construction and the way it acts in the water to make it more appealing. Now, this fly is normally fished mid to upper water column. You don't fish it along the bottom. It's not like a clouser. It's not meant to be fished down in the weeds. Fish will come up for this fly. They see it from underneath and they'll come up and they'll grab it. So take advantage of that particular facet of its behavior to catch fish. Now what we're going to do, we're going to look at some footage of me catching 3 smallmouth bass in about 10 casts. And what I was doing was pulsing. So instead of just allowing it to swing, I'd swing and pulse. And I'll describe what I'm doing and then we'll come back and recap. Okay, here I'm out in the run and I'm pulsing relatively slowly and smoothly. I'm trying to avoid any slack getting into the line, and then the fish hits and the fish is on. So what we're going to do now is going to slow this down so you can see how I'm not allowing slack to form in the line. There is obviously going to be a little bit of a drop from the line, but they're still tight to the fly. So if a fish hits, I can feel it. That's one thing. But the second thing, I want you to take a look here. I'm at the end of my pulse and look at the line. It's fairly tight. The current has got hold of that line and the fly is still moving. So at no point during this pulsing did that fly actually go dead in the water. Okay, this is the second fish and he is on pretty quickly. You can see I just started to pulse and the fish hit. Now what's interesting about this, if you watch this slowly, I'm making this easy pulse and I'm running a short line here and the fish hits as I'm tightening up, as I'm adding speed. So when the fly starts to accelerate away from the fish is on it. And that's pretty typical of this approach, that the fish hit as you begin to accelerate the fly. Okay, you can see when this fly is pulsed, it's very effective. At the top end of the run, I was just swinging. Now, less odds of fish being at top end of the run than at the bottom, but there are usually still some small fish in there. Never got a touch on it at the top end of the run. As soon as I got down to the boulder where the bigger fish tend to be, I started pulsing it, bang, getting hits, catching fish. So what's happening is fly is begin to act like a real baitfish. When a baitfish is moving slowly, it has a lazy swimming motion, and then when it goes fast, it flutters quickly. And that's what the pulsing does. You're getting the fly moving quickly and then slowly. And so it looks like a fish that's trying to escape, and then it slows down. And it can be very, very effective done that, especially when you've got some current to work with. So, you know, it's also an advantage when you're working with a shooting head system like I was. I had that Beulah Tonic version 2 line on it with a running line, and when you've got that kind of scenario, well, you don't want to be stripping that loop inside the guides. So you're not going to be stripping as much as you normally would with a full line. So this stripping pulsing method gives you the ability to swing this fly and keep it on a long line all the way through, and then you strip back and you can catch fish on the strip back too. I mean, it's still effective when you're doing that. So give this fly a try and don't forget the pulsing. It really does work. Cheers.